All right, so welcome to another live design streaming session. I'm your host, as usual, Verma Henry, and today is a very chilled one. I wanted to basically play around with the concept of portfolios. I don't really have anything scripted, so I might be blubbering about and wondering about getting off topic. But I think this is super um, dark. Let me try change the maybe let me add a filter that could help. Yeah, I like me trying to move my where will I get it? Color correction. And I want some. Oh, nope, not that brightness. There we go. Just a little bit of gamma. I think that's much better. Yeah, I think that looks much better. Yeah. Alrighty. Cool. So now that we've got a little bit of gamma, our stream looks a little bit better. I wanted to spend some time and chill and geek out on portfolio design. Now, I don't have anything scripted, like I've said, but I really wanted to just take some time and play around with the Google. One thing that I've noticed just before I started this live streaming session is that portfolios are really hard to find on Google. Like, I don't know if UX designers are just not optimizing them for Google, or UX designers don't have independent portfolios when it comes to having portfolios that are their own websites, so not on a platform like Behance or something like that. So that's just one quick take that I would like to start off the session with. Something that I've observed, something that I just wanted to speak about, I guess. And that's the fact that I cannot find any UX designers um, on Google. So having said that, I am going to be checking out the only one that I found so far. You're gonna see me looking down here. I think I should like position it somewhere up here. That way, I'm trying to monitor everything of my iPad as a second monitor as I'm doing this, just to make sure that everything is live and running. Now, if you're joining the session, please let me know where you're joining us from. I'm always interested to find out who watches this stuff, where are you joining us from, and if you find it not only valuable but also maybe entertaining. I guess that's the purpose of this session today, is to really chill out, have some tea, and explore the world of UX designer portfolios. So I'm going to start off with the first one that I found. Let's see if I can go into my present mode here. So the first one that I found, that I actually found on Google after searching UX designer in Johannesburg. No, I think I said UX designer in South Africa. So I found Pete Alberts. I hope I'm saying your name right. So thank you so much, Pete, for actually doing some web optimization. I think that's the first thing that I would I think really works about your website. Now I haven't went into it. It looks like it's more of a fully fledged website and not just a portfolio website. But it's based on the person, right? It's not like an agency or something like that. So that's why I decided to pick this one as the first portfolio to review. Now, I can see that Pete is a designer. He wants me to read his blog. What else? View my work. And yeah, find out, create beautiful digital experiences, find out how. So he starts off by going to his about. I guess it's important since this is his personal website. People might want to find out more about him. And he has here sort of like a CV almost, an online resume. And I think this is the best way to set up your online resume in 2021 if you are doing any work, any UX design work, or any work, and you want an online presence. You want your resume to be online so that people don't have to ask you to send it to them and things like that. It's literally just there online. They can, you can even put a download link, somewhere on the page like this. So going back to jumping right into about us, that was the first thing. Maybe let's go back to the home page. I can see this is a WordPress template. I think I actually know this theme. I think I've used it before. I think the first thing that, just to give some critic, the first thing that I would complain about, or would rather change here, is the speed of this banner, or slide or carousel, whatever you call it. Is that they're moving so fast, and it's really hard to read when you get there initially. I know it sort of prompts you that there's a moving thing, and I don't really know if um if carousels are a thing in 2021. Are they? I don't know. You tell me. Let me know if you're watching this live, if you're watching this post the fact, if carousels are a thing in 2021 for you, in a world where you live. For me, I actually get what is called banner blindness. When I see a carousel, the thing that I want to do immediately is to scroll. It's just the same thing, like when you see those columns on the side of the website. You sort of know that there are adverts there, and you're not really interested in them. But yeah, that will be my first critique on this. And we get into what it does. It does product design, UI, UX design, online marketing. Now, this is interesting because I want to see what product design is. So it says it does product design, and then it says field brand work. As a digital product designer, I get involved in the strategy, research, problem definition, design, iteration, and execution of digital products. View brand work. I don't know if it's brand work, if that's the right word, but we'll check that out. And he also does UI design. I wanted to read this. The reason why I'm reading this is that I wanted to differentiate, see what is the differentiator on this. What is he actually saying in one or the other to differentiate what is happening. So in the one, is saying is a product designer, he gets involved in strategy, research, and design. And in the UI UX, he says, I have experience in UX research, usability testing, UX design. My area of mastery is visual design of digital products and websites. So here he's speaking a little bit more about his visual design skills, whereas in the other one is sort of emphasizing the strategy, the research, and the problem definition, design, iteration, and execution of digital products. So this is almost like a delivery piece, whereas this is more of visual thing. And then there's online marketing, and I think that's clearly stated. Sometimes he writes. He's got a blog as well. Much better than mine. I don't know when was the last time I updated my personal blog on verimahenry.com. But yep, I think I have some interesting things that I want to write about now, and maybe get back to writing. I recently got myself a mechanical keyboard. I don't know if you can see that in the presentation mode here. But yeah, I really enjoy typing with this thing, so I think I want to get back into writing. Cool. So yeah, it's really a basic website. Woo, what happened down here? Okay, cool. There's just the statics. Okay, cool. Let's get into Pete's work. So he's done some work with obviously the big banks in South Africa, some of them at least, Absa and Barclays. We can see, I'm just trying to pick if there's Cape Cuisine is probably another popular one. Um, let's have a look and see what I've work I've been doing at Absa. Okay. Currently, my role at Absa as a senior UI designer is given me. Okay, so is he working at Absa currently? User testing, user interface design. Does it say main portfolio here? Or does this take it? So this is the thing about using WordPress themes when you're designing websites. It's sort of like has got a weird preset way of things. And this is another thing about portfolio websites. I personally wouldn't put all the work that I've done on my website. I don't have any work that I've done on my website because it's all private or confidential, sort of like corporate work most of the time, and I can't really talk about it. So I give references of case studies of what I've done in certain scenarios, sometimes in my videos, but I can't really, present the actual work. That's why I create this content and position myself in the market so that I can still show the value that I can bring, even though I don't have the tangible things to show upfront. The track record, the user, the feedback that I get from my clients. I think that stands well enough, as well as having an online presence that really speaks to what I do. That is something that helps me get around. So if you look at a project like this one here, it's really a design, a brand identity project, and this is a person who's really positioning himself as a UX UI product designer. He says, I'm a designer, I create beautiful digital experiences that grow businesses. So I would put in the type of work that I currently do to express, the actual things that that I'm currently doing and that I wanna sell at that time. Whoa. Okay, that just flipped to an image. Anywho, so that was the first one. I think big ups to you, Pete, for the great search engine optimization. I think that was a really great job that you did there, that I could actually find a portfolio in South Africa. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open sort of the other platforms that you would typically find portfolios, and we're gonna go through a couple of them. I also have a blog post from January 2021 that I want to check out with 10 UX UI design portfolios that would inspire me. So I think that's also a good list to check out. So I'm gonna see what I can pick from there. I'm just picking a couple of them now. So if you haven't already and you're meeting me for the first time, and you don't know what is happening, or what Do Better UX is about, dobetterux.com is basically a community, a place of growth for designers of all sizes, really, whether you're kickstarting your design career or you are trying to take your career to the next level. I try and share most of the things that I've learned over my design career, as well as bring in voices from the design community Speaking about some of the things that are happening in the world of design right now, whether you're doing UI design, UX design, product design, mainly in that space, the aim is to try and really help designers build better products as well as have better career decisions by having well more informed information that gives them, well more informed decisions at the end of the day. Um, that is what we're trying to do at dobetterux.com. So if you go to dobetterux.com, you can see the variety of the things that we're doing. We have an upcoming course that we have for kickstarting your UX design career. So if you're interested in that, check out our website and leave in your name and your email address so that we can let you know once we are live. And if you just want to geek out with us and enjoy content such as this one, where we talk about different design topics and design career topics as well. So it's slightly different. So we talk about your career as well as other design methodologies and concepts and things like that. Consider subscribing to the channel as well as joining some of our community groups over on LinkedIn or on Discord. You'll find all the links on the website, so just check out the website. I can see that I have a lag somewhere here. Let's just see how my stream health is. My stream health is pretty cool, so maybe it's just the website that's not working. Oh god, I hate websites with like crazy pop-ups. So I'm just still opening a couple of portfolios here that I think we will go through maybe a little bit quicker than what we did with Pete. Now I don't have any association with Pete. It's just that it's the first website that I landed on when I was searching for a UX designer in South Africa. Now I'm gonna check out awards as well, and I think we can jump into it. I thought my caps lock was on for a second. Yeah, let's just okay, portfolio night. This one looks funky. Now, I don't want to do agency portfolios. I want to do individuals portfolios. So how many do I have open now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I can vote here. I forgot my credentials. I haven't logged in a long time. Please let me know if you enjoyed some of the sessions that we had reviewing some of the best websites on awards. And if you'd like that content again, basically we would go in and review some of the, award-winning ones, and we would literally rate them. It made really good content. I don't know why I stopped doing that. I think I should definitely go back to doing that. Let's make this a little bit wider. There we go. Cool. So, Aurora Shao. I hope I'm saying that again correctly. So this is a UX designer and urban thinker based in New York. Ooh, cool. I like how she positioned that. If it is a she, I'm guessing it's a she because of the way that the website is so light. Let's see. Maybe I'm just, welcome to my design world, and then went right into the work. So it's, I don't really know if this is a he or she, but we're presented with work right away. And I think this is good, um, for people who are I don't know if there is a thing called speed hiring, right? Like if people ever go on the internet and just like look at portfolios and like, oh, okay, cool, let me look at this person's design language and how it looks like, and just get right into it. But I can see that the case studies have got quite a bit of information, so let's check them out. So Buku, an end-to-end mobile app for book lovers. Okay, Buku. Sounds like an African language. Project overview. What was the challenge? She has. And I still don't know if I should say it's a he or she. Aurora. Uh, let's see. Maybe if we go to the about page, we might see a face. See my previous portfolio. Okay. Urban designer and planner. Hello, Aurora. You shouldn't do that on your website, because all the bots will sort of like hack you and, come for your page. I'm interested to see the previous portfolio. Okay, so this one is just a PDF, and again, I think it's project based. Comprehensive planning of Wujing sub-district. So it looks like she was a city planner, urban designer, which is a really cool, interesting job, and a cool portfolio. But I have no idea how that works. So back to UX design. We were checking out the case study of Buku. So she has presented here what the challenge was, the project scope, end-to-end mobile app, branding. I'm not sure what that means. Tools used: Figma, Adobe Illustrator, InVision, Zeppelin, Cool. What was her role? She was a UX designer. She did research, visual design, interaction design, usability testing. Okay, cool. The team was a self-directed team with feedback from mentors and peers. The duration was 2 weeks and about 80 hours of work. That's very precise. I think that's cool. And she actually included a prototype in here. I wonder if it's just my browser that's blocking the prototype to work. Let's see if that works. Nope. So prototype is not working. The objectives was to design the mobile app, design a logo for the company that aligns with the Buku brand value. I actually haven't seen the logo here. Let's see. Design process, research strategy, design, prototype, and test. Now, I like the fact that, you know, she highlighted the design process, because it's not always the same process that you would get, right? From any scenario. I think every design scenario is unique, and you need a different design process for everything. Now, I've got a whole book somewhere there with, tons of processes. But what I always tell people, what I was saying in my previous live stream, talking to startup founders that are looking into, implementing design into their work, is that it's important that we understand the different aspects of the design processes and use what is valuable to us, and leave out the rest of the fluff that has been added there by the people who created the processes to add more value, or maybe not add more value, but just to bring more complexity to simulate value rather than to bring value, right? So there was a research plan, assumptions, methods that went in. So this is a very cool research, competitive research, um, and it gets into the details to really show what is the process and the thinking around this. And we can see that she uses personas, what were the product goals, the business goals put together with the user goals. So this is really cool. And what did the product roadmap look like? And I think this is an Airtable uh, thing, so you can actually see how this was coordinated and managed. I don't know if you can get into this detail though. I mean, making this public, that's what I mean. Application map, you basically have the whole, sort of like app into the public and how it works. Wireframes and sketches. So um, this really detailed. I like this. I like how she presented this, and how this looked like. I wonder if she has the same level of detail in the other projects. It would be nice to have a go back to up or see the other projects. And I can see that this is also sort of like a custom template. Oh, she actually used the same template even for the design process. I wonder if she sort of like uses the same design process and just goes through the same things. Oh, yeah, I feel the other projects. Let's see. Looks like it sort of like goes through the same. Oh, okay. Here we've got empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. This is cool. This is really detailed content. I think this is really great work. If you want to reach out to Aurora, she's based in New York. If you want to reach out to any of the people that you see on this live stream, feel free to do that. I think that's a great thing to reach out to them. I'm not affiliated in any way with them. I don't even know these people. If you're watching this and your portfolio is here, say hi, say hello. Um, so yeah, let's go back to see if we can check out the next one. So here is Jamie. I design thoughtful digital experiences that are beautiful and enjoyable. It feels very light. Some people like this approach of having a very holistic human feel. Some people like it to be more punchy and more business, like um, what is the thing that you actually do, right? Like a design thoughtful digital experiences that are beautiful and they're joyful. That sounds really nice to the tongue, but and there's a get in touch right away. I wonder if what happens if I it's just takes you to the contact page. Okay. So she's done some work for Homely, helping people find their perfect furniture with AR. Let's see. Again, this is what I was mentioning on the first portfolio that we looked at, around how much things that you actually put on your website and how relevant they are to the work that you're looking for. So if you look back to the previous portfolio that we're looking at, she really included about about 4 to 5 pieces of work. Here, obviously, that is not all the work that she has done. She's done a lot of work before that is not relevant to her current role. And here we see 1, 2, 3, 4, um, pieces of work as well. I'm interested to check this one out and the Spotify one. So this is obviously an augmented reality, an AR thing. I think AR is a very cool thing to get into if you are a UX designer, because there are a lot of companies who are getting on that bandwagon to start using that technology as it gets more available to people around the world. So I think it's super important that, we jump onto learning the skills of how to design for things like AR, virtual reality, and even things like voice. I always talk about this as some of the things that could give you the edge as a UX designer, for you to be able to um, become a pioneer in a field that is still at its early stages, at its baby stages, so to say. Think about these things as Web 2.0 back in 1998, if you were designing stuff back then. I wasn't. I was a baby. Okay, so Project Feel, maybe in the 2000s actually. I don't think there was Web 2.0 in 98. So Homely, okay, so this is the overview of the app. Is a conceptual interior design app which partners with top furniture stores across the US. The project overview. So she also has a similar fashion of putting, aligning the content onto the right. Here, I think this is a way better use of space and just being able to, structure things better. I actually had a conversation today with some of my colleagues around a project that they're working on and how to structure information better to make it look more presentable. And things like typography and just positioning of your text can really, really bring a lot of what can I say? It can really, really bring a lot of variety and structure and body to your pages. So here there's also prototype. This feels really close to the previous uh, website that I was looking at. What is the process? Market research. I wonder if they used a specific website or template that UX designers use, like UX Folio or something like that. If this follows a specific template, you can see, similar things: business goals, user goals. It's weird that these actually look very similar. I wonder if I opened them from a website, a product website, like, a portfolio product website that was punting some of the portfolios that was created by the website. But basically, this has got all the information. Now, the thing is this, right? I don't know if hiring managers um have got the time. Like, by the time I get to half of this page with my super fast mouse, it's Lofi wireframe sketches. I like that. um I don't know if, like, if I'm interested to see all of this stuff, you know as a hiring manager. I don't know. So I always say that UX designers don't UX their own websites and portfolios, and we need to start thinking about the people that we are presenting the work to, and not just follow some of the templates and the things that we are seeing online, and really start customizing. Whether you're using a template based website or platform or whatever it is, we really need to get into customizing, breaking out of whatever is the default thing that we are told should go into a portfolio, and really start putting our own things in there that would drive the necessary impact and message that we're trying to put across, right? So don't just follow whatever thing is out there. Create whatever works best for you, or maybe take whatever is out there and remove all the other fluff that you actually don't need. I honestly feel that we don't need to have um, you don't need to have all this level of detail on any portfolio website, right? I want to know what was your role, what did you do, what was the output, and a little bit of the thinking, right? Like not a brain dump of all the thinking that went into it. But anyway, this is really great work. I think, feel free to reach out to any of the three designers that I've looked at so far. I think they do really great work. So now I've got one, two, three, four more. I think I'm gonna have to pick and choose here, and do two more. I'm gonna maybe pick this. Let's cross portfolio night, um, and uh, and Leah Shu. Hi, I'm Leah. I'm guessing. Am I the only one getting frustration because I don't know people's like? It's not by default that Leah could be a lady, right? Okay, cool. So now there's a picture of Leah. I can see her. Hi, Leah. I can talk about uh Leah as Leah her. Happy Pride Month, by the way. Um, I'm a little bit cautious about pronunciations and how people identify, and I think it's something that we should respect. So that's why I always want to figure out, if the person is presenting more male or feminine, and I could, be closest with my assumptions at least. So yeah, happy Pride Month. So Leah crafts user experiences with a human-centered, research-driven approach. I like that one. It's what I meant, between sort of like something that's a little bit more fluffy, like thoughtful design experiences. Like I don't know what thoughtful means, but I know what human-centered, research-driven approach means, right? It's a little bit more factual. It's a little bit more there in your face. It means business. Currently studying design management at Pratt Institute, previously at Uber Eats and Amazon. This is a great intro. I cannot say more um, about this. I love this. I love this intro layer. If you ever watch this in the future, I think this is a great intro. If you're watching this and you are watching this because you're trying to figure out how to structure your UX design portfolio, how to give a great intro, this is an example of a great intro to your portfolio. So obviously she has previously been at Uber Eats and Amazon, so she's put in work that she has done there. This is Audible storefront, and she also has a little bit of diner app. So I think I know what Uber Eats looks like, but it'll be interesting to see how she has presented it and how everything looks like. Now, I don't like the fact that everything is in Figma. Yeah, you do have to create an account. Super designer, super designer-ish. I mean, yeah. But it's a very cool way to be able to present your stuff, be able to update it, and not have to relink anything. So let's check out what is in the case study here. Now it's in a deck presentation format, so you can definitely tell that she has worked in corporate, and she has skills of presentation, and sort of bringing back the information together. But what I want to look out for in this deck is how much is the detail compared to the other two portfolios that we are looking at. How much detail is in there, and what type of information has she included? So what is the context? A loyalty program on Uber Eats platform. Okay, so this is restaurant loyalty. They call them Cheerios. What is the project overview? Why Cheerios today enables restaurants to set minimum basket spend for grant generated demand, future. So if even if you look at the way that she presents the information, right, like this sort of like translate to those two things, which is important to see. So she definitely has some good consulting skills under her belt. You can see that she's got good understanding of how to present information, especially to executives. This is the level that you want to have your information on. You know, what are the project goals, primary goals? What is the timeline? Explorations, strategy mapping, what got prioritized, P01, P0, P1, UX alignment. You see, it's really just an overview of, selected process snapshot, right? It's really just the high level of detail of the stuff that you would actually present back to executives and stuff like that. And I think if I'm a hiring manager, I would definitely want to see this type of detail more than what I've seen in the other two portfolios. Now I know that this is this is something that a lot of designers are not accustomed to, especially if you're coming from the world of Behance and Dribble, and I don't know what other things are out there, like 99 Design or whatever it is. I think it's super important to understand that design at this moment, unless if you're really like a graphic designer and do illustrations and things like that, if you're doing product design or UX design work, you need to set up yourself in a way that you are a proper consultant. You're somebody who can run a project from end to end. That is what a product designer is. Now Leah is a great presentation of that, like from the way that she introduces herself. Her writing skills are really good. How she presents her information is really unique, and I really like about that. The fact that that is the way that she has put things together. I want to see though in an older oh, I need to open a mail. Okay, I'm not gonna look at that. So thank you so much for having such a cool way of presenting how it really looks like when you are a proper product. So I would say the other two portfolios that I had reviewed are more of UX design portfolios, and Leah's portfolio is a proper product design portfolio. So if you're looking for a product designer, you can talk to me or you can check out Leah. So moving on swiftly, this will be the last one. I wonder how far we are with the stream. So we're about 50 minutes in. That's good. Now, if you're watching this after the fact, please do consider subscribing or joining us on our social media channels to keep on interacting with content like this and geeking out with us on a regular basis. So we try to stream once, maybe more in a week, with more streamlined content on specific subjects, so you can choose and decide which events you want to join, or you can just geek out with us here over on some of our more relaxed live design streaming sessions. So this one is obviously an awards portfolio. Obviously there's a lot of stuff that has happened here. I would think that this is a portfolio that was designed mainly to win the award, not necessarily to actually it's not a portfolio website. This sucks. Okay, so this is submitting your portfolio. Okay, all right. So, my bad. I'm the one who sucks. This is not a portfolio. This is a website to submit your portfolio, and the registration has been closed. But this looks pretty dang good. Anyway, I'm not gonna look for another one. I feel like yeah, I think I've looked. I think I've found what I wanted to highlight, at least in this stream, when it comes to the difference of how to present work, what to have in your portfolio and what not to have in your portfolio. I think we saw some really good examples um, on all the four portfolios that we looked at today. I think the takeaway is when you're using a template to create a portfolio, rather really go in there considering what you want to put in the portfolio yourself before you sort of just follow the template and try to fill in all the blanks that are there in the template and use all the parts of that template. I think it's important for us to going into the world and think of things as prescriptive and not things that we're supposed to, follow step by step, but more of a prescription that we can follow or not, right? Something that, um, yeah, something that we can actually take our own hands, bring our own voice and taste into it. So just don't just use the normal portfolio template and like whack it in there and go for it. I think it's important that you take out the fluff and really highlight the things that you want to highlight in there. And the last takeaway that I wanted to 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 say before I close off the session today is when you're designing your portfolio, please really do consider who you're designing it for and UX your own UX design portfolio. A lot of designers out there don't do that, and I think we hardly ever think who looks at our portfolios other than weird streamers like myself. But if it's hiring managers and that you're targeting, if it's people that are just recruiters or whatever it is, I don't know what your target market is, maybe just your clients as well, you need to be able to understand what is the language that they speak and how do you translate your work into that specific language. Now, having said that, this brings us to the end of this one. I hope that you enjoyed this one. I hope that you might have found some value in it as well. And if you did, please do consider joining us again for other live design streaming sessions that we have, or join us in our variety of communities and social media channels that you can check us out on. Until the next one, ciao.